traction is off. We'll see if we can get any wheel spin. I'll do a little brake boost. Before this video begins, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Also, be sure to check out my affiliate links down below so you can get discounts on car mods and products. Alright, let's get into the drive. Hello and welcome! Today we're driving a 2011 Chevrolet Camaro. This is a V6 making about 312 horsepower and 278 pound-feet of torque. Alrighty, that's about all you need to know. This is a pretty basic car. It has a pretty basic trim inside of it. It has cloth seats, it's an automatic. But yeah, let's take it for a drive. Alrighty, so the first thing I notice, it does have paddle shifters. However, they're a very early iteration of paddle shifters. As you can see on the wheel here, it looks like it has physical paddles, but it actually does not. It has little sensor buttons on the back of it that aren't right on those paddles. Okay, currently just in normal drive. It's not all that eager to get up in gear, get a lot of speed going. This is obviously a V6 Camaro. It's more of a dailyable, just to get the nice sports car body. I'll admit, this Camaro does look pretty good from the exterior, in my opinion, but I fully understand the visibility concerns of driving a Camaro. I have never done one before this, and it is pretty dang horrendous. It's, out the back is a little better, but oh my gosh, this is not the greatest visibility. I understand why it could be stressful driving one of these. But as for the ride so far, this is only a V6, so it's a bit softer. It's nothing, you know, it's not going to be like on air suspension, but it drives pretty well so far. Steering feel is actually moderately heavy. It's a little numb, but it's okay right there. And then otherwise, it's so far pretty okay to drive. You know, let's see, the brakes feel okay. They're not great, but they're fine. They're adequate for this car. I don't know how much this weighs in at. I think the newer ones in 2022 probably weigh about 3,600 curb weight. I'm not sure what this one specifically is. This only has the V6 and cloth seats, so it's gotta weigh a good bit less than that. As for the interior, there's definitely nothing special about this interior. It's, you know, it's nice enough. It's not bad quality necessarily. It's just very boring and bland, as expected. It's not trying to be anything too much more than that at the moment. Going through bumps, it's actually okay. It's pretty easy to maneuver this car so far. Like, obviously I'm not testing it in terms of handling, but it's okay so far. The steering wheel is rubberized, so that's a little bit of a letdown right there. It has some pretty good nubby bolsters at 10 and 2 though. Nice Camaro emblem across the wheel. That's been how they've been showing those for a good number of years now, since this generation, and possibly before as well. Yeah, the steering is very forgiving. It's very dailyable, very very easy to drive, which is of course a good thing. Giant A-pillar though, this thing is so thick I cannot see those people for a great amount of time. That is not the most comforting feeling. As you heard in the beginning though, the exhaust really does not sound that bad. It's just a V6. It's not necessarily a performance exhaust, but it's not dead silent either. So I would not recommend going out and being cool with your V6 Camaro. Please don't do that, but it's okay. It just sounds a little raspy though. It's only a V6 engine. It's not gonna have like any deep growl or rumble of a V8. It does sound a bit, it's just a NA 3.6 V6, but it's it's not the best sounding, at least at lower RPMs. You basically cannot hear it. And then at around 3,000 it gets a little bit raspy, but that's okay. Once again, I'm treating this as it is. I'm not trying to critique this car endlessly. I'm just telling it as it is, which is a basically base model Camaro. I do not like the A-pillar visibility though. That's the only major gripe I have so far. As nearly everyone knows, Camaros are a nightmare to see out of. Have been for some time. But they usually make up for it with their performance per dollar. They're very good. Let's get into it just a little bit when we get straight here. Okay, yeah, it really does not like to get into higher gears. I mean, lower gears, stay in lower gears, but it sounds okay. It's very raspy. An exhaust would fix that, but I wouldn't, once again, please don't make your V6 Camaro sound too good. You don't want to be that guy. That's only my stance, but yeah, I would not recommend it. Actually rides okay. These are cloth seats. I have a power driver seat, and no lumbar support though, to my knowledge. Yeah, no lumbar support, but it's okay actually. For comfort, it's really not too bad. Not too much bolstering though. Decent on the thighs, but not so much on the torso actually, which is a little interesting. Not much body roll at all, which of course is hopefully going to be expected, so that's pretty nice. So you get single zone climate control in here, you get an automatic shifter of course, you do have manual, so let's actually put it in there, check out how these gears reply. 3. Wow, that's actually a pretty good response. For a 2011, that's very good. Ooh, is that a Hellcat right there? Ooh, very nice. Challenger Hellcat. Ooh, sounds beautiful too. Yeah, let's get into it a little bit on this straightaway. It's about 50. Yeah, it's not all that quick, but it does like to pull, which is good. This is of course only a rear wheel drive. They don't make them in all wheel drive. I'm happy for that. It is it's a decent experience. You can say you drive a Camaro, that's for sure. It's really not all that bad. It's quicker than a normal economy car, that's for sure. Let's put it back in manual. That really does not sound that bad. When you're up in the higher gears, higher RPMs of gears, it really sounds okay. For a V6 anyway, it's a lot better than I was hoping for. But you can mostly hear engine sound. You can't hear, of course, nearly any exhaust sound, which is, of course, the plan. But daily driving this type of thing, I really would enjoy this. This is not that bad. It has a little bit of a dead space right here. As you can see, it's doing nothing. But after that, it's actually okay. It's moderately responsive. And the interior here, it's very basic. It has a radio, of course, CD preset, 6-track, hard buttons for everything, of course. This is way before all the infotainment screens started popping up. But yeah, it's actually pretty pleasant to drive. It's decently fun. It's a little bit torquey down low, which is actually nice. Like here where I'm staying in the gear about 1,300 RPM, and I put my foot in the pedal, it doesn't shift immediately. It does pull out some torque it has, which is welcome. And going back into manual mode without hitting the paddles does put you just in sport mode, so like that it'll shift a lot more aggressively, which I like. I really do like looking out the rear window and seeing that rear body line in the rear quarter panel. That looks great. Looks like a C8 Corvette where it's like a wedge going up. It looks very nice. There's no sunroof in this particular model. It's the windowsills are very high. Like, this is where I'd be, which is actually really high, to be doing, you know, resting your elbow. So I do agree with that, is what I've heard other people say in the past of these cars. But it's really not too bad in here. The armrest is padded. That's about it, though. This is a very basic trim. I don't know what it actually is. It's not even stamped as like an RS or an LT. I'm not quite sure. But it's decent to drive. And yeah, so far I like it. Alrighty, now we can have some more fun with this car. So we will have a little bit of fun here in just a moment. There's 50. Not bad, not bad. Doesn't really like to break loose all that much, at least right there, but it's okay. Pretty fun thus far. There we go, there we broke it loose just a wee bit. Very nice. And we'll do a 0 to 60 just about here. Traction is off, we'll see if we can get any wheel spin. I'll do a little brake boost. There we were. And 60. Okay, yeah, this definitely likes to spin the tires. A wee bit. Oh, that was awesome. Yeah, so my final thoughts on this Camaro, it's just a V6, but I'd have a lot of dumb fun with this car. A V8 would be dangerous. This is not exactly the safest, but it's pretty good. Depends on who's driving. And yeah, I think for a very, you know, base cloth trim V6 Camaro 2011, I think it's pretty good. Alrighty, that'll just about wrap up this quick drive of a 2011 Camaro. This is currently for sale at Soda Motors in Newport, Rhode Island. Be sure to check them out for tons of different cars. Thank you for watching, and take care.